out?
Okay, it's Freddy. Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
As the state of Georgia sees a record turnout of early voters this year, data shows one deep blue county may be less than enthused than the rest of the state. Madison Allworth is live in Macon, Georgia, with more. Hey, Madison.
Hey, Griff. Yes, Georgia set a record with early voting. Over 4 million Georgians cast their vote early. That means that over 55% of the active voters in the state cast that early ballot. But in Big, where we currently are, only 45% voted early. And in this county, where over half of the population is African American, that group only 40% cast an early ballot. So for Democrats, that desperately need the state apathy could be a real issue in keeping back the voters that they
You saw the tribes united as one.
I still say that our biggest competition is not necessarily Donald Trump on the ballot here in Battleground, Georgia. It's the couch. And so we got to get those people off the couch, get them to the polls.
People point out the poverty rate in this county as a potential reason for the low turnout with voters. Voters doubt potentially that their votes will really make a difference for their lives. The poverty rate is 25% compared to 14% statewide. One voter we spoke to says locals haven't decided who their candidate is yet.
Just concerns about or who to vote for, so, people are about 50-50 on the fence. So I think they're just trying to make their final decision who they're going to vote for.
The balloons upon the prince's blade had yet to wilt. Without an heir to wear the crown, what will become of the royal magic?
Thus vulnerable.
Joe
An
Biden will be
invasion
here
might
this
undo
afternoon,
it.
and former President Trump will be here on Sunday. His first visit to the area this year. Despite Bibbs County's low level of enthusiasm statewide, we set a record with early voting, and the state is on track to have the highest record ever for presidential election.
You could even enter the king's chambers, let alone
Madison Allworth in Macon, Georgia. Madison, thank you very much. We have much more ahead. Both Trump and Harris will be live in this hour. Stick right here.
Shadows stir in the castle just as they did with the
I'm
prince.
afraid we design and test
hellbound
our
soul
own tools
could
and
end
sell
on
them
our
directly to you.
Who would
No
dare
middleman,
such atrocity?
just quality tools you can trust at prices you'll love. Whatever you do it for
A
less.
shame
At Harbor
to
Freight.
die with no heirs. The prince was taken too soon.
Classic
And only a
first
king
timers.
may
They don't know
wield the
that
royal
you
scepter, the very crux of his vaunted bloodline's magic, which made such a fine deterrent to rule. One has to ask, then dare.
I'm a lifelong Republican, and I voted for Trump twice, but I can't do it again. Trump wants a national sales tax on imported goods. It'll make everything more expensive for regular people, all while giving tax breaks to billionaires. Just for regular people. She wants a tax cut for 100 million Americans. So we keep more of our hard-earned money. I'm a proud Republican, but this year I'm voting for Kamala Harris. Imagine going from this to this in your kitchen, from this to this in your bathroom, or from this to this in your outdoor space. Now you can. This is the all-new horsepower scrubber. It's cordless, rechargeable, waterproof, and it cleans faster and easier, guaranteed. One baked on oven grease is no match. It blasts away dirt and grime in no time. The power comes from our rotating brushes, spinning up to 350 RPM. The incredible torque fights calcium, mildew, mold, and more. And if you have glass, it removes some scum just like that. After starting this toilet by hand, we discovered a disgusting mess. Now watch the deep cleaning action of horsepower. It does all the work for you.
Hi guys, welcome to Metaphor ReFantazio.
100% waterproof.
Quite the name, I know.
Indoors around water, like tubs, the toilet. Don't go outside.
Based on the makers of the Persona series.
Out here, like this table, horsepower to the rescue.
Let's just go through stuff.
Disappear like that.
Get your horsepower scrubber with bonus scouring sponge for just $39.99. It's even rechargeable. But wait, you'll also get this stainless steel brush to make range hoods look new again, free. And receive this cone brush that fits perfectly into hard-to-reach areas. Yours free. It'll also include this bike microfiber cloth to polish surfaces sparkling clean. It's also free. When you order, find out how you can get the Easy Reach brush to clean bottles, tumblers, and more. Great news! They're in stock and ready to ship. There's a strict limit of 2 per order. Order now. Call 1-800-686-9420 or visit horsepowerscrubber.com. So call 1-800-686-9420 or visit horsepowerscrubber.com. Order now.
Cerevital Advanced has been such a game changer for me. Cerevital Advanced increases your body's own youth hormone, reduces wrinkles, and promotes weight loss. I see such a difference in my skin. I notice fewer wrinkles. My skin looks healthier. It was easier to get clean. I literally shed a few pounds in the first couple of weeks. It does give me that feeling of just being radiantly alive. Cerevital Advanced, the #1 anti-aging.
It's rock and roll.
Who's there? I can feel you watching me from a place beyond my sight. Whoever you are, please tell me. Does our world pardon my curiosity? Would you tell me your name? That is to say, one who meets my eyes across a strange expression.
And basically blamed Vice President Harris for it. He's got a new nickname for her that he's going to be debuting today. Hurricane Kamala. And he's going to blame her for the loss of hundreds of thousands of manufacturing jobs. And he's going to say that that is a qualifying factor in this race out. She said that he should be disqualified for those Liz Cheney comments. He's also going to talk about
you might reside in a world beyond ours. It is a curious thing that in your eyes, my entire world is the dawn of a story that unfolds. Or to put it another way, this is fantasy. But can it truly be dismissed as something so far removed? If indeed you wish to cross to our world for a time, I would first ask that you indulge one question. Is fantasy limited to the confines of imagination? We could call it a powerless creation. More than fiction. Something capable of affecting the realities beyond its bounds. This must be a my own answer still eludes me. But
See more President Trump coming out. We'll get into that in just a moment. But first, President Harris sent to hold campaign events in battleground states of Georgia and North Carolina today, where she hopes guests John Bon Jovi and Khalid will boost excitement for tonight's rally. Mark Meredith is live in Atlanta. Hey, Mark.
Perhaps the story about the
Vice President Harris has arrived here at the downtown Civic Center for rally. She'll be taking the stage right here by me, I'd say in about 15, 20 minutes or so. People are spread out here. It's hard to get an exact size. We're going to few different numbers out there, but certainly a strong turnout on a beautiful fall Saturday here. Even football Saturdays, you can imagine a lot of folks going to compete with priorities here. Moments ago, we learned that the campaign is going to unveil a 2-minute ad, a closing ad they're calling it, a brighter future that'll air on NFL CBS. So we know that they're going to try to election day being so close that they're going to choice within the next 72 hours or so. Here in Georgia, just like we were here in Washington, Carolina, the polls to stop them. It is shown the former president with a slight lead here. This is the state of Virginia, 2016, but lost by nearly 12,000 votes in 2020. What has changed, of course, since the 2020 grip is seeing how much the Democratic establishment in Georgia has grown. Been on the stage for the last few minutes, we heard from Georgia's 2 Democratic senators. We heard from the mayor of Atlanta, and we have heard from a growing constituency of Democrats in the state that Donald Trump was so off being a hyper-corrupted. I remember the early control, and now obviously Georgia much more in that state. We know that, of course, the former president spent a lot of time in Georgia as well. He was just here earlier this weekend at a rally in downtown Atlanta on Monday, just a few miles from where we are. But we're outside the side. There's going to be a lot of focus on how the voting turned out. More than 4.4 million Georgians voted cast yesterday. How many more people will show up on the list? The witnesses last night, she said it was a long time for Tuesday. I'm curious how many of those or is it simply one of those things that people that got their first
So he is.
But as a native Georgian, we do know who's going to win that Georgia Florida game today. Go Dogs. Mark Meredith. Mark in Atlanta. Mark Meredith.
So straight back to North Carolina. President Trump's taking the stage there at a rally right now.
Hold it! Listen to us, Chuck.
You know, this was supposed to be a small little stop. You got 20,000.
You're falling line.
That is great. You are just going to stop over real quick. A little group of people. Hello, North Carolina. This is going to happen. This will happen. I think they'll end up having many, many more people than they thought. This is going to be great. We have to get out and vote. And we will, because I am thrilled to be back in this beautiful
This place already feels like a death trap.
You know, I have a
Did you
little
hear all that stuff
granddaughter
about
named
Lord Louis saving us?
You know that, right?
Hey, you okay? You still got all your limbs attached? Well, at least they didn't figure out our mission. Definitely could have gone worse.
It's an amazing place. You've been through a lot. The government does not help you.
Are you alright?
Your government, FEMA has let you down.
And from the sounds of it, you're about the same. You do know that if anyone finds out who we really are, it's all over, right? The mission's more important than either of our lives. If we screw this up, there's no going back.
I'd like to begin by asking a very, very simple question. Are you better off now than you were?
Think we'll make it?
I don't think so. I've come today with a message of hope for all Americans. With your vote on Tuesday, I will end inflation. I will stop the invasion of massive numbers of criminals that have come into our country. And I will bring back the American dream. We don't have the American dream. We had it. You know, we also had energy independence 4 years ago. This is all you need to know. Kamala broke it. She broke it. We will fix it. I will fix it. It'll be fixed very soon. And America will be bigger, better, bolder, richer, safer, and stronger than ever before. This election is a choice between whether we will have 4 more years of incompetence and worse. They are no worse. That's no president. But should say that. No, intrusion, I shouldn't say. You ever hear her? We want to be a unified country. We want to be a unified country. She said there that we want to be unified. We don't want to say bad things about anybody, including our opponent. He's Hitler. He's Hitler. You ever hear it? She talks about unity and then she calls me Hitler. Well, whether we begin the 4 greatest years of the history of our country, and I'm asking you to be excited about the future. You can be excited about the future. It's such a great area, this whole area.
Stay vigilant. These ones aren't messing around.
Dream big. Big. We're going to make this America's new golden age. It's going to be the golden age. Every problem facing us can be solved, but now the fate of our nation is. We win this state, we're going to win the whole ball game.
Look.
And we've won it twice before. And we won it twice. By the way, Michael did a fantastic job. He did so well. You know, he stopped the steal. He stopped the cheating. They didn't stop it in some other states. But he did so well, and we did so well here. I said, Michael, how do you like to run the whole damn thing, right?
Right.
And then I said, what other star do I get?
Oh, I don't know. The mission that's more important than our own lives? First, we get to the Royal Capital and get you enlisted as a guardsman at the Army's recruitment center. This could decide the fate of the whole country. We either do our jobs or we die. And if it's all the same to you, I'd rather stay alive. So we've got to see this mission through. Come on. We don't want the sun to go down on us in the wastes. Let's pull ourselves together and get back on the road. You know what they say. Anxiety breeds the world's coolest monsters. I mean, fairies say that at least. I can at least cast my usual spell for you. It's the small comforts, right?
We gotta fix our country. I watched her this morning with the press conference. It's the weirdest thing. Then I get all set.
Music was the first magic this world ever knew, after all.
The vice president comes up in his face like for 2 minutes, and all she does is talk about me. She never talks about what she's going to do. Donald Trump. You ever see this? Donald Trump, the last time she spoke,
over there.
She didn't talk about what she was going to do, and economics. In fact, what she's proposing, well, just so you can go over in a second. The worst numbers I've ever seen projected. How good was that? To get those numbers 4 days before the vote is impossible. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I don't like this.
No. You want to like that when you're racing? I think
They must have lost sight of us.
Sort of ever. And they were like 4 days, and I want people to remember it because, you know, a lot of people said, well, this won't affect the election because a lot of people are thinking about that. Of course, these people, they'll say, look at all of it. Look at all of the fake news. They say all of that.
This land of 8 tribes and 3 nations.
They always say that, but
Oops.
it's unbelievable timing. If I had my choice of,
Blessed by
I
the
think it's
power of
perfect.
magic.
I covered it last night.
The United Kingdom of
The
Ukraine.
biggest arena.
The
Same
year is
size as
785.
It was packed.
Ukraine was shaken to the core by the sudden death of its king.
And that's
Anxiety breeds dissent among the tribes.
And the great
Disparities tear them apart.
great
And no mortal mind remembers the heroic tales upon which their land was built.
The ball. He could throw that ball so hard, so fast, sometimes it would hit the receiver in the face. You couldn't see the balls coming so fast. So it was there was a lot of embarrassment. They just ripped the ball into their hands, and it was great. I shook his hand. He had the biggest hand I've ever seen. Now I know why. His hand was like 3 times the size of it. His fingers were like sausages. I said, I looked at it, I said, that's the biggest hand. I mean, and so he was born to do that. But you know what? He said, I've never done this before. He did a beautiful little speech, and he said, I've never done this before. I've never endorsed anybody. I'm endorsing President Trump because we want him to just do the same job he did. For these past few years, we've been fighting to take back our country, and it's been a failed and corrupt administration, a horrible administration that, you know, you like to see like a football coach, he brings something there, he brings a little esprit de corps. There's no esprit de corps. Biden, look at Biden, by the way, they're fighting all the time. Biden said, you stole my presidency, and you're no better than I am.
Let it be known, for misuse of an igniter, you will hang by the neck until dead.
We're going to see on Tuesday. But I think Joe might have done better. But Joe, the reports are,
There's no way
look,
that crowd is going to listen to anything a
we
paraphrase.
had a debate. He didn't do too well, but that's okay because you don't take an election. He didn't do well. And his numbers went down a little bit. And you know what happened? They walked in and they said, you're not running anymore. You're out of the race. This is the president of the United States, and they did this. It was a coup. I don't like the word, but it was a dude. But it was sort of worse than a dude. There's a pretext more times. It was like Crazy Nancy and somebody was saying, well, she's crazy as a bedbug.
We're not tourists here. Gotta stay focused.
And somebody should look at her visa stop.
You know
She sold her position. This woman started over nothing. Now she's going to. You think she's been honest? No, she has a big position in Visa, right? I think it's Visa, one of them, whatever, who the hell cares, but Visa. And, you know, she plays the market.
Capital's incredible.
It's not really playing when you have the
Just look at all the different tribes. You never
So
see
she
this kind of
sold her
diversity out in
entire
the countryside.
position the day before it was
very
announced
balanced.
that Visa's under
I see more Plumars and Roussants than anyone else.
Now,
Which means
is
if
the
Dopey
fake
Elder Kid's
news
gonna stick out like a sore thumb.
I doubt it.
Try to keep your head down.
They've overcome every attack, every abuse, and even 2 assassinations.
They say it wasn't illness at all. I heard it was foul play, assassination.
Shh,
It
careful
all
who
comes
hears
down
you say that.
But it's just like the prince, isn't it? They say he was attacked in the dead
They
of
go after
night.
people that
The
are
war of succession is
meaningful.
coming, I
They go
tell
after
you.
people that are meaningful. They go after people that believe in making other countries pay for what they do. We're tired of being ripped off.
It's a far cry from when we count the
Consequential, I
weeks at
guess,
them,
is
I'll
the
tell you
best
that
word.
much.
They seem to go after
Hope to see how the nation can come
consequential
back from this.
presidents.
We'd not have to
And
ask.
I didn't know
Prince
it was such a
still alive.
dangerous profession. Being president is a very dangerous profession. Who would have thought? But if you look at race car drivers, I have a lot of race car
The
drivers.
king dead,
You know, I own a
his
job
son
down
stricken.
there.
Are there none
Charlotte.
left to bear the weight of the crown?
And it's been such a pleasure. We have a lot of the race car
We've done
drivers.
all in our part.
It's been a great
Not even
place.
the
Just I'd
best.
like to be able
The
to come
saints
here sometime
could
and
purify
actually
this
play it. Of
affliction.
course, the beautiful, I put a whole big thing there years
Over
ago.
10
And it worked
years
out,
he has
it
languished
just
under
worked so
this
beautifully.
curse.
But
How
I was
much
talking to
longer can
somebody
his
and they were
body
talking
hold
about
out?
the
No
consequential
doubt his
president.
highness would
And then
protest.
all the race car drivers in this
But since we cannot, we have
watch,
no
you gotta be
choice.
careful when you talk about this subject. You know,
For the man who cursed his highness and murdered our king, there can be no mercy.
So I
I
did a little.
never thought
So it's
I
like
would have to
1/10
ask
of
this of
1%.
you.
And
But
the
there are
bulls.
so few of us left now. There is no one else to turn to.
President,
Will you infiltrate the military to deliver a message to our contacts
probably
there?
the highest thing you can do. Nobody
This
told me
is
this.
your mission. For all our
Nobody
sakes,
told me this.
you cannot
I
fail.
wouldn't change my mind because this country greater than it's ever been. We had the greatest economy
Hey,
in the history
you
of
listening?
We had the strongest border in the history.
Oh. I guess I can't blame you
Bring
for
it
feeling
down.
nostalgic.
Bring it down. It's my
We were
favorite
pretty
chart.
close. Anyway, getting to the capital was only the beginning. Now comes the real high stakes part.
That's what I love.
You gotta go get enlisted, so you can meet up with our operative.
I was looking
Remember,
over there.
nobody here knows who
Into
you are.
a rally crowd
Nobody
in
here
the
knows the
thousands
prince
in
might still have a
Gastonia,
claim to
North
the throne.
Carolina, now making a
That means if we
last
get
minute
busted, that's
pitch
it.
to about voters
Nobody's gonna save us.
there. We got a historically tight race now. We're less
Step
than
one.
72 hours away.
Let's figure out where the recruitment center
We
is.
got a fantastic political panel.
Shouldn't be too
We
hard,
got
considering the need for
president and
soldiers.
debate, which is all headed over the next couple of days. We're bringing Falcon Hill Strategies co-founder Colin Reed and Democratic strategist Kristen Hahn. Kristen, let's start here. I mean, Trump started to touch on a whole bunch of different issues there. He's going to be going for quite some time. We're going to take our viewers back to him live as soon as he makes any news there. So 3 days out, a little bit less. The candidates are tied at 48%. How terrifying is that?
Say this.
Right now. I'm not where you hope to be.
I don't think anybody's terrified. I think it was always going to be close. I think Democrats and it comes down to a ground game. It comes down to talking to voters and you know, communicating what you're going to be. So, you know, it should be terrifying to them, it should be terrifying to us, but nothing's terrifying. We're talking about the democratic process, right? So you're looking at the states that we're all looking at, you know, like
The new model's out now.
Arizona.
Slinging spells like a master
Everybody's
for
got their
having
nose
things.
to the ground right now. They're walking around. They're, you know, the Trump people
I
and the
guess
Harris
that's the
people,
big
right?
city
We're
for ya.
all trying to get
Everyone
off
and
the
their
road.
mother has a
Make
magic
sure
igniter.
people are doing what they're going to
So
say.
many
So it's
different
not
types,
terrifying
too.
for anybody. I mean, I think that's maybe the one. Like, we're all trying to do
Yeah,
what we need
until
to
you
do
see
to
the
make
price
sure that
tag.
we
can't
Well, I know
imagine what it's like
how
having
the
to
Democrats
wave around
after the
some
last
shiny
minute sort
stick
of
to use
candidate
magic.
coup that happened
Me?
a couple
I can
of
whip out
months
magic
ago,
anytime
running
I
against
like.
a candidate
And
now
I
for
can even
President
see the
Trump,
magla in
who
the air.
they say is a threat to democracy. The
I'm
idea
not
that
exactly
we're
Archmage.
this close out from the
Wonders never
election,
cease.
maybe it's not
A
terrifying, but
fairy
it's
and
definitely
an
something.
elden
Pretty
child.
amusing that the candidate party
Are
that won
you
the
new to
democracy,
our fair
their
secret?
candidate has received precisely 0 votes, and the guy who received
Well,
14 million
I
votes
suggest you
is
keep a
brought
low
Marks out of the Oval
profile.
Office. But this is where we
Trust
are
me
in
when
this
I
election,
say
and it's an
you
important
don't
point,
want to
Ray
catch
Jillian,
the
which
eyes
is
of the
we
lords
are
and
right now
ladies.
where we were before the June debate
But
that
I'm getting ahead of
ended President
myself.
Biden's candidacy,
I run
which is
this
Vice President Harris has
humble
precisely
shop.
one path to the presidency,
Are you in the
and it's
market
through
for an
the Rust
igniter?
Belt states of Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, and Michigan,
Here's
plus
something
the
that might
congressional
catch a
seat,
foreigner's eye.
and then that's it.
This
And
is
President
modeled
Trump, he's
after
got
the
a lot more
royal
paths, and it
scepter
is close. Don't get me wrong.
and would
It's
make the
it's
perfect
it's a tie
souvenir.
ball game. It could go either way. But if you're one campaign, you got a lot of paths. If you're one campaign, you got one path. And that's where it gets really curious for the best.
And then you also, of course, Kristen, have, not optimal situation for the Harris campaign.
How much is it?
In the last couple of days, fighting comments,
You're not
unforced
really
errors
going to
from
fall for that,
surrogates
are you?
out on the trail.
How would
That
you even
President
know what the
Trump,
royal scepter
Hunter
looks like to
Biden,
begin with?
excuse me, President Biden, Hunter Biden,
You
are
really
Cuban.
never
This
heard
is not
of
what you guys were hoping to be talking about.
Wow. Things that are happening
it. Where do I even
on
start?
both sides. I'm a person that was talking, and I want to
A
say a
symbol
candidate
and
coup is not a
instrument
thing.
of the crown's sovereignty,
When we had
passed down through
Kamala Harris
generations.
is the legitimate.
If you believe the legends,
She went through
it
a process.
houses
It's not a
incredible
coup.
magic,
Okay, so I'm just gonna go back to there.
world-shattering
It's not a
power.
coup. It's the
More
process that we went
practically,
through, and she
you
is
might
the
call it the
legitimate
world's most
candidate for
potent
president
magic
of the United
Well, she
igniter.
did become the candidate without
And in the king's hands, it was
legitimate
enough of a
process to be a
deterrent to
Democratic
stave off invasion.
And it's,
Now
I'm
he's
not going to
dead.
set up, I'm not
No
going to
living heir either.
Tragic,
so I just
isn't
wanted
it?
to put it out there.
Kingly magic
Also,
is of little use
I
without
think
the
that
king.
both
You
sides
picked a bad
are
time
into,
to visit
going
Boy.
out on the campaign
I don't know
trail.
why you're here.
There's the
But
last
there's
4 days,
trouble
and there are a
brewing.
lot of people that don't pay attention to the last 4 days, and that's not a
I'll
bad
keep that in
thing,
mind.
right? Like they're just
A word of caution then.
both sides are like
Your
coming out on the
survival
campaign
is your
trail,
own
getting
responsibility.
people out there, knocking on doors, and that's the
Well,
thing
that was unnecessarily
love to see
ominous.
everything about that.
She has a
Republicans out
point,
there,
though.
Democrats out there.
We need to be careful.
So,
Anyway, you don't have time to hang around chatting with the locals.
These comments
You've
from
got a
Mark
recruitment
Cuban and
office to
others, what
find.
they do is they rob Vice President Harris of time. And time is the one who you don't have back. Time is the one who is running out of both these campaigns, and that's why the comments are so good.
because of when they happen. We
Correct.
didn't happen a week or a month ago. They're happening now. Again, less than 7 hours out. We've got to leave it there. Thank you guys for sticking with us through former President Trump's remarks. We're still monitoring that and we'll take you back there live. Brett.
That's right, great discussion, Jillian. We are watching that rally you see there at the bottom of your screen. The Vice President is expected to speak soon. We will take you there to Fox News Live. Continue.
FedEx presents Tall Tales of True Deliveries. So I actually got it to talking. Wow. And you can zip on back. But in the future, then I need an address and zip code. We hit this for escape plan. See what we can do for your business. FedEx. T-Mobile's 5G network makes 100,000 Delta employees, so they can make every customer feel like they arrived before they left the ground. This is how business goes further with T-Mobile for Business. Your movie is really funny. It's really funny. By myself, laughing out loud, hysterically today. It is one of the most important contributions to cinema in American history. Your goal is to conduct an investigation into something key to the culture war.
There were so many great moments there.
Were these people real that are in this movie?
It's quite fun.
Okay, guys, we'll see you next time. All right, peace out.
Am I Racist? And streaming only on Daily Wire Plus.
Next January, one of us will be president. If it's Donald Trump, he will wake up every day and stew over his enemies list. That will help no one. If I am president, I'll be focused on my to-do list for you.